Have you ever found yourself maybe unwinding with a mobile game, on your commute or just chilling on the couch, and you get that little thought, what if this could actually, like, pay me back somehow? Well, today we're going to dive deep into an app that basically promises just that. We're talking about Cash Giraffe. It's a mobile app, and it's designed to let you earn real-world rewards just by playing games you might already love, or maybe discover some new ones. So our mission here with this deep dive is really to peel back the layers. We want to unpack how Cash Draft genuinely works, what kinds of rewards are really on the table, and maybe most importantly, what you should realistically expect from it. Think of this as your shortcut to figuring out if, turning your gaming time into a little extra pocket change is actually for you. I'm honestly pretty intrigued by how these platforms are sort of bridging that gap between just leisure and, well, actual earning.
Absolutely. And I'm here to bring that, let's say, critical but insightful perspective, helping us understand not just the what, but the why and the how behind these pretty fascinating ways to monetize our downtime. So maybe let's start right at the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. So if someone's hearing about Cash Draft for the first time, how do they even, get started? Is it just a simple download or is it more complicated?
No, it's actually remarkably straightforward. Your first step is really just downloading and installing the app. It started out primarily on Android, gained a lot of traction there, but more recently it's actually expanded to iOS as well. So that makes it accessible to a much wider audience now. Just a quick search on your app store basically, and you're in.
Okay, simple enough. So once you're in the app, what's the core engine, the thing that turns that playtime into actual value? How do you start accumulating something?
Right. So the core loop, it really revolves around what they call gems. Sometimes you'll see them referred to as coins too, but mostly gems. Once you've installed it, you'll see this library of games right there within Cash Giraffe itself. And it's pretty diverse. You've got arcade, adventure, casual stuff, strategy games, and they seem to add new ones pretty regularly, which keeps it fresh. The basic idea, the fundamental concept is that as you play these featured games, you accumulate these gems. The app, it integrates with the games, uses permissions to track your playtime, and also sometimes specific in-game milestones. So make sure you get credit for your effort. Some games even offer bonus gems if you hit certain achievements or reach new levels. That kind of adds a little strategic layer to your playing, I guess.
Okay, that adds a bit of strategy, like you said. But does that risk turning the fun of gaming into more of a chore? If you're constantly just chasing milestones for these gems. And besides just playing, are there other ways, like features or strategies that maybe power users leverage to really maximize their gem collection?
Yeah, that's a really good question about that balance, right? Between fun and the incentive. I think for a lot of people, the milestones actually offer a pretty satisfying sense of progress. But yeah, it's definitely important to pick games you genuinely enjoy. Otherwise, it could feel like work. As for boosting earnings, absolutely. Cash Draft definitely offers several ways to sort of speed up your gem accumulation. One common one is completing daily streaks. Just rewards you for consistent app usage. You'll also see special bonus offers pop up now and then. Might be time-limited things, ways to earn extra gems. And like a lot of platforms, they have a referral program. So, inviting friends to join can also net you some extra gems. Basically rewards you for growing their user base.
Right, referrals. Makes sense. So, okay, you've been playing, you're collecting these gems, maybe you even got a few friends to sign up. Now, the big question, after all that gaming, how do these virtual gems actually turn into something tangible, something you can use? What are the real payouts?
Yeah, this is the crucial part, isn't it? Where the in-app currency, those gems, actually translates into real-world value. Probably the most popular option, and what a lot of users are looking for, is PayPal Cash. That allows for direct cash payouts. Super convenient. But beyond that, there's usually a pretty wide selection of gift cards, too, from really well-known retailers. Think Amazon, Starbucks, Uber Eats, Steam for gamers, Google Play Store, iTunes, that kind of thing. Occasionally, you might also find specific coupons or discounts as options, but really the cash and the gift cards seem to be the main draw.
That's a pretty decent list, actually, especially having that direct cash option via PayPal. And I think I heard there are a couple of features that users seem to really like, things that make Cash Draft maybe stand out a bit. Can you elaborate on those? Are there any hidden catches we should know about?
Yeah, you're right. There are two things users often highlight. First, Cash Draft is known for having a relatively low minimum payout threshold. And that's actually a pretty big deal. It means you don't need to grind away forever and accumulate a massive amount of gems before you can actually redeem something. It makes it quicker to see, tangible results compared to some other reward apps out there. And secondly, and this is pretty critical, the app is generally free to download and use. There aren't hidden fees, no sort of premium tiers that let people pay to earn faster, and no in-app purchases needed just to earn the rewards. That kind of transparency, I think, helps build user trust.
Okay, okay. We've painted a pretty positive picture so far. But, like with anything that sounds maybe almost too good to be true, the inevitable question comes up, is this actually for real? Is Cash Giraffe legitimate?
Yeah.
And maybe more importantly, what are the realistic earnings? We're definitely not talking get rich quick here, are we?
No, absolutely not. And that's a crucial question. You're right. It's so important to manage expectations here. So based on, user reports and general consensus, Cash Giraffe is widely considered a legitimate app. It does pay out rewards. It generally have high ratings on platforms like the Google Play Store, and you can find lots of user reports online confirming they got successful payouts. So yes, it seems to deliver on its promise to pay.
Sure.
However, and this is the really vital reality check, while you can earn real money, this is absolutely not a path to substantial income. It's definitely not a replacement for a job.
Right. So let's make it concrete. Say a listener, let's call her Priya. She plays maybe an hour of casual games on her commute every day. Realistically, what kind of return could she expect in, say, a month? Enough for a coffee, maybe a movie ticket.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to frame it. For someone like Priya, playing an hour a day, well, you're generally looking at pretty modest earnings. Think maybe in the range of, 50 cents to maybe $2 an hour. It depends heavily on the specific game, how engaged you are with those milestones we talked about, and if there are any bonus offers running. So over a month, yeah, that could maybe translate to enough for a couple of fancy coffees, perhaps lunch one day, or cover a streaming service subscription. It really is supplementary pocket change, money earned for time you were probably already spending on your phone anyway. To put it bluntly, Cash Giraffe, like most of these get-paid-to-play apps, it's just not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's simply a way to monetize existing leisure time. And it's important to remember how they do this right. Apps like Cash Giraffe, they get paid by game developers for user acquisitions, for keeping users engaged. So they're basically just sharing a small slice of that marketing budget back with you, the player.
Huh. That really does shift the perspective, doesn't it? From just pure leisure time to, well, leisure with a tiny, tangible benefit attached. So if we were to summarize the core value proposition here, it sounds like Cash Giraffe offers this kind of unique way to get a little something extra for an activity you might already be doing anyway.
Precisely. That's exactly it. For mobile gamers who already enjoy spending time playing on their devices, Cash Giraffe presents this fun, relatively easy way to earn small, legitimate rewards. If you genuinely like mobile gaming and you're just looking for a very casual way to maybe scrape together a little extra spending money, then yeah, it can absolutely be a worthwhile option. And I think for many, the real value isn't even just the cash itself. It's maybe that psychological boost, monetizing time they'd have spent gaming anyway, turning passive entertainment into this tiny, tiny stream of active income.
Right. Okay, so as we start to wrap up this deep dive then, let's just quickly recap the main points. Cash Giraffe seems to offer a legitimate, free way to earn small rewards just for playing mobile games. It's got a diverse range of titles, this gem-based system linked to your playtime and hitting milestones, and you get real-world payouts like PayPal Cash or those popular gift cards. But the crucial takeaway, as we've really hammered home, is managing your expectations. Both about the potential earnings and the time investment needed. It's about monetizing leisure, definitely not about building wealth.
Exactly. And this kind of brings us to maybe a more thought-provoking question for you, our listener, to ponder. If you're someone who already spends hours playing mobile games, does this idea, this possibility of turning that fun into even a little bit of real-world value, does that shift how you perceive leisure time itself? Or, thinking even bigger, how does something like this fit into the whole evolving landscape of work, play, and, the gig economy, how we define and value our time these days? Just something interesting to consider.